You know, chums, the trouble with the mainstream media is that they like to paint certain things a certain way. You know, the sort of thing I'm talking about. We've seen all the major giants, haven't we? NBC, ABC, MSNBC, all basically, well, dwindling in ratings, seemingly because you're not now buying the narrative that they want to sell you. You get how the picture works. Of course, time and time again, they're caught out, literally, well, wanting to tell their version of events. It's like over here with the BBC in that recent Hammers documentary. It appears that so many people let that slip through the net, and they just hope that you will forget all about it and continue to pay that very expensive license fee. But now the walls are really crumbling, literally, inside the world of the mainstream media. You see, take this man, right? And now George Stephanopoulos, I think he's called. He's the main anchor for ABC News. Now, George, whether he likes it or not, is in very, very hot water. You may have seen the defamation case against ABC brought on by President Trump, President of the United States. And that's resulted in millions being paid out, of course, to an associated Trump charity. And rightly so many people may say. But the thing is, you see, during the middle of all of this, ABC decided to renew the contract of George. And this is the thing that they're pumping round now, as if, oh, you know, it's fine, you know, we understand we've made a mistake and we're paying the price. 20 million plus is the price. That is going to impact on a lot of jobs over at ABC Disney. Now, you know, let me put this into perspective for you. Disney right now are recoiling from literally the disaster that is the woke Snow White, starring the very difficult diva that is Rachel Zegler. So they're not looking for any profits from there. Normally, one side of the company props up the other. You see how this works. But this particular time, it's impossible. Now, basically, as I say, they're saying that this guy, George, at 63 years old, is a much loved and valued member of the ABC News team. And I'm sure he is. He's had many years there. But what's happening behind the scenes is that George has had to take a radical pay cut. And The Week, which he hosts normally every Sundays, well, that's going to be thinned down as well, because that was an extra payment and far too expensive, as ever, allegedly. So moving forward, when you see these stories, and again, this is so important about what I tell you about how the media works. They want you to believe that, well, that's not a problem, you know. We've paid President Trump off, we've totally agreed, we made a mistake, now just move on and look at the focus. One of our much loved, well-viewed presenters is sticking with us, you know, we don't want to let him go. What they're not telling you is it's a radical decline in his fortunes. Now, he's probably on around about $20 million a year. I know, just to sit there and read an auto cue, right? Fascinating when you think. But moving forward, of course, he will have taken a massive pay cut in order to have two things, really: to save face, and more importantly, they want to see a bit of a continuation. But what's the betting when they do finally have to pay up that $20 million plus that there's going to be not just removal of many staff behind the scenes as they give massive cutbacks, but more importantly, George may be cut down to maybe 2 or 3 days, if he's lucky, a week. Either way, that's the real news behind the scenes of ABC. Always happy to share. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.